the mountain. The bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see.
Act 1. Cookies! Cookies everywhere! Mrs. Baker hummed as she baked cookies. Lots and lots of cookies. Chocolate chip, peanut butter, oatmeal raisin.
These will be a treat for everyone. Now time for my nap.
Mrs. Baker chuckled, placing the cookie sheet on the windowsill to cool. She then shuffled out of the kitchen. Max the mouse peeked his head out from his hole. His nose twitched.
Cookies!
He squeaked, his eyes widening. They were the biggest, most delicious-looking cookies he had ever seen.
I must have one.
Max scurried out, his tiny heart pounding with excitement and a little bit of fear. He had to be careful. Whiskers the cat loved cookies just as much as he did. Act 2, the great cookie caper begins. Whiskers. The cat stretched lazily on the rug. Suddenly a delicious smell tickled his nose. Cookies! He saw Max creeping towards the windowsill.
Not so fast, Max.
He hissed, leaping to his paws. Max froze. He had to think fast.
Look, a bird.
Max squeaked, pointing his tiny paw towards the window. Whiskers, distracted, turned his head. That was all the time Max needed. He snatched a giant cookie and dashed away. Whiskers hissed in frustration.
You won't get away with this, Max.
He yowled, taking off after the mischievous mouse. Act 3, chaos in the living room. Max zipped through the living room, Whiskers hot on his tail. Buddy the dog was taking a nap, snoring loudly.
Out of the way, buddy.
Max squeaked, dodging Buddy's wagging tail. The chase startled Buddy awake. He barked in surprise, jumping to his feet.
What's going on?
Max and Whiskers crashed into him, sending the cookie flying through the air. Buddy, thinking it was a game, snatched the cookie in mid-air.
Got it.
He barked happily, unaware of the chaos he had just caused. Act 4 caught red-handed and whiskered.
My, it's awfully noisy in here.
Mrs. Baker yawned, waking from her nap. She walked back to the kitchen. The sight that greeted her made her gasp.
Oh my, it seems someone has a sweet tooth.
Max had cookie crumbs on his face. Whiskers looked sheepish, trying to hide behind a plant. And Buddy? He was happily munching on the stolen cookie. Act 5, a sweet and crumbly conclusion.
Well, it looks like we need more cookies.
Mrs. Baker smiled. She gathered Max, Whiskers and Buddy around. Each of them got a fresh-baked cookie. Even though Max had tried to steal a cookie, Mrs. Baker knew sharing was always better. And so everyone, even the mischievous little mouse, enjoyed a delicious cookie together. The great cookie caper had turned into a sweet and crumbly afternoon treat.